What is sin? In most religious traditions, sin is treated as something grave, dangerous, even terrifying. In Christianity, we often hear about the 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, anger, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust. The spiritual life for many believers becomes a constant effort to avoid these moral failures and protect the soul from corruption. But what if the concept of sin is more nuanced than it appears? In the Greek text of the New Testament, the word commonly translated as sin is hamartia. This term does not originally mean a cosmic crime or irreversible evil. It literally means to miss the mark, like an archer whose arrow fails to hit the target. The emphasis is not on damnation, but on deviation. This linguistic detail matters. If sin means missing the mark, then it describes error rather than inherent wickedness. It suggests misalignment rather than total moral collapse. In that sense, sin becomes part of human limitation, not proof of permanent corruption. Even within Christian theology, the idea that all humans sin is central. Jesus Christ is recorded as acknowledging universal imperfection. The point is not that people are uniquely monstrous, but that deviation from the ideal is inevitable. Human beings learn through experience, trial, and correction. From a philosophical perspective, this aligns with the Greek understanding of moral development. Ancient ethics, including Stoicism and Aristotelian thought, treated virtue as something cultivated gradually. Mistakes were part of growth. Aristotle also used the concept of hamartia in tragedy, describing the tragic flaw or error in judgment that leads a character off course. Thus, sin, in its original sense, resembles a temporary loss of alignment rather than a metaphysical stain. This interpretation does not deny responsibility. Missing the mark still implies that there is a mark, a standard, an aim, and orientation. But it shifts the tone from fear to correction. Psychologically, this is significant. If every moral failure is treated as catastrophic, the result is guilt fixation and rigid fundamentalism. If instead mistakes are understood as deviations requiring reflection and adjustment, growth becomes possible. The danger arises when literalism replaces understanding. When dogma becomes absolute and inflexible, critical thinking declines. History shows that rigid interpretations of religious doctrine often suppress inquiry and discourage intellectual development. Yet many religious traditions themselves emphasize transformation over condemnation. In Christian thought, repentance, metanoia in Greek, literally means a change of mind, a reorientation of perception. The emphasis again falls on correction rather than destruction. This also connects to broader philosophical traditions. Stoicism teaches that errors arise from mistaken judgments, not inherent evil. Buddhism describes ignorance, avidya, as the root of suffering, misunderstanding reality rather than malicious intent. Across cultures, the pattern repeats: deviation, awareness, correction. So what should one do when one misses the mark? Continue walking. Study, reflect, analyze, learn. Adjust direction. Experience, even painful experience, contributes to understanding. Growth often emerges precisely from recognizing where alignment was lost. The danger is not error itself, it is stagnation. It is the refusal to question, examine, and refine one's path. When the concept of sin becomes weaponized, it paralyzes development. When it is understood as deviation from alignment, it encourages awareness. The idea that humans are capable of error does not make them hopeless. It makes them dynamic. Missing the mark implies there is still a target. And as long as the target exists, direction can be corrected. Thus, sin may not be an irreparable moral disaster. It may be part of the process of becoming conscious, the space between ignorance and understanding. The real risk lies not in deviation, but in abandoning the search for truth.